Hello, let's do one up. Puzzle 232. Today is an 8 by 8. So rows and columns have been potentially split by these bold borders. These bold borders split the rows and columns into segments. So a segment of length n has the digits 1 through n exactly once each. So we need 1 through 4 here and 1 through 4 here once each. This column has no segment, it's one segment, has no bold borders. So we need all of 1 through 8. The rows work the same way. All right, I'm going to get started. This is a 1 because vertically the segment's length 1. This is another length 1 horizontally. So I need a 4 in this segment, and this segment's only 3 long vertically, so it maxes out at 3. That makes this the 3 and this the 4. I need 1 and 4 here. This is 4 lengths. That actually works. I need 1 and 2 here. That's fine. 1 and 2 here. This 2, we got to be careful. There's a bold border in between. It does not prevent this from being 2. We do need a 4 in this segment. This sees a 4, and this sees a 4, and this is 3 long, so we can't have a 4. So the 4 ends up here. And we're left with 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure how to resolve that. Okay, this needs 1, 2, 3. This needs 1, 3, 4. Okay, I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss any obvious segments. Oh, sorry, this doesn't see the 2. Oh, but this segment needs a 2, and this cell sees that 2 above, and this cell sees that 2 above. So 2 has to go there, leaving a 1, 3 behind. 1 and 2 here. Just double checking that I didn't miss anything obvious on short segments. Let's look vertically. This is only 1 or 2. Okay, that doesn't help me. 3, okay. I need 1 and 3 here. I need 1, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3 across here. Nothing's helpful yet. Okay, that's all I'm seeing for the short segments. Thinking about the large digits, going large down can often help. So I'm going to start with 8. Because 8 only goes in rows and columns that have an 8 in them. So the 8's always placed in the intersection of an 8-cell row, 8-cell column. So I'm just going to move through each row that needs an 8, and I'm going to mark which columns can actually donate the 8. So this column could have an 8, this column could have an 8. That has a segment, that has an 8. So we're expecting to place 3 8s. So we should find 3 rows that need 8s. So it's going to be the same 3 columns. And then here we need 8, 8, but this cannot be an 8 because there's a 7 sitting there. So that's it for 8s. Now 7s, we have to be careful because we do have some 7-length segments. So it's not just where the 8s go. But we can start with, in this row, we definitely can have 7s where the 8s are, except here, which already has a 7. But there should be a 7-cell segment. Yeah, it's right here. So we were expecting 4 7s, but we already have one of them, so we need 3 more 7s. So 7 could come from here or here, but this could be 6. 7 could come from here or here, or here. Oh, there's already a 7 in this row. I don't need it. But this segment needs a 7. Could come from here or here. Interestingly. Okay. So, I don't see anything obvious to do with the 7s yet. We're going to actually move down to 6s now. So in this row definitely needs a 6. It could come from here or here. This already has a 6 in it. But 6 could come from here. This row has a 6 already. This row needs a 6. I think there's going to be some more rows that need 6. Actually, no. It's the same rows. Because even though we have some 2-length segments, there's multiple segments when there's 2. All right. So 6 from here or here. This already has a 6. This is occupied. So let me finish marking the 6s before I forget, but I do need a 6 here. This already has a 6. Okay, so this is actually easy. Let's talk about this. So this row needs a 6. This segment here. This is 4 length. This could come from here. 3 length. 4 length. This already has a 6. 3 length. Doesn't reach over here. There's a border. So the only place for 6 in this row is here, and that does place the 7 here. Now that removes this from being 7. Which is actually extremely useful. So first, this can't be 6 anymore. So there's only one place for 6 in this row, which goes there, and that actually makes only one place for 8, which goes there. So these can't be 8 anymore, and this can't be 6 anymore. So we learned something about this row, which is that it needs a 6, 7, and 8. And there are only 3 cells that can give a 6, 7, or 8. So those are the 3 cells that will be 6, 7, 8. So I cannot actually put any digit other than 6, 7, 8 in these 3 cells in this row. So that bakes in the 6, 7, 8. So we're down to needing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But keep in mind that it does remove 6, 7, 8. Well, what does it tell us? It tells us that these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure that that's immediately helpful, but it means we can't put them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in these cells. So that might help vertically in some way. Now this row we can't do the same thing because there's 2 cells for 7 and 8. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything about that. I don't think so. I could move down to 5, or I could look to see if some of the place digits we did are helpful. See, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 across here. Not really that helpful. Okay, I will look at 5 next then. So we know the 5, this row needs a 5. That might actually be what we needed to do here. This row needs a 5, but the 5 can't go in these 3 cells because they have to be 6, 7, 8. This is 4 length. 5 could go here. This is 4 length. 5 could go here. This is 3 length. So there are still 2 places for 5 in this row. In this row, we need a 5, and it could come from anywhere the 7, 8, 9 is coming from. This sort of column already has a 5. This column could have a 5. This is 4 length. This is occupied. This is 3 length. This could have a 5. So 5 didn't help this row. This row needs a 5. 4 length. Could come from here. 4 length. Could come from here. Okay. So I do have an X-wing, but I'm going to finish the 5s first. This row already has a 5. This row needs a 5. 3 length. Could come from here. Come from here. All right. So this X-wing is going to be helpful. I'm going to pull out my little pen tool here. So in this row here, 5 ends up here or here. And in this row, 5 ends up here or here. Notice they line up in the columns. So this is what's called an X-wing. The 5s are limited by the rows, and they line up in the same 2 columns. So 2 places in each row lined up in the same 2 columns. What that tells us is that we can make this sort of X shape here, where there's going to be a 5 on one leg of the X, either across this leg of the X or this leg of the X. Because we need 2 5s, and we can't share a column. So these 5s are going to end up being on one of these legs. So no matter what, we cannot have a 5 here in the rest, or let's ignore that. That's not true. We can't have a 5 here in the rest of this segment. We can't have a 5 in the rest of this segment here. So if these can't be 5, that actually lets us place a bunch of 5s, right? Because this can't be 5 anymore. So this is our 5. And this can't be 5 anymore. It doesn't place the 5 here. Oh no, this 5 looks up. So now there's only one place for 5. Now there's only one place for 7 and only one place for 8. Remember, this is 6, 7, 8. So that makes this the 6, the 7. Oops, not the 7. This the 8, and this the 6. Sorry, this the 7. What am I doing? Sorry, it resolves this way because of this 8 and 7. Okay, so I'm going to clear out my markings here, but we know the 5s are in this X-wing shape. They don't resolve themselves, but they resolved all the other things. So how does that help? Do I move down to 4, or is there a low digit that's... See, getting these big digits did occupy certain spots. This column is almost done. We need 2 and 3. Unfortunately, I don't see how to resolve that. Maybe I do look at 4 then. So this row needs a 4. It could come from here, or here, or here. Problem is 4 is very easy. We need 1 and 2 here. Okay. This row needs a 4. It could come from here or here. Now notice this is not an X-wing because the 4 can be here, right? We need to limit it to 2 places in each row. It also works for columns. But that's not, we're not done marking 4s yet. So none of these need 4s. This needs a 4. It could come from here or from here. This has a 4. This has a 4. 2 length. Okay. This row needs a 4. It could come from here or here or here. This has a 4 already. We need a 4 here. 3 length 4. Here we go. This row needs a 4. Can't come from here. That's 3 length. This has a 4 already. That's 3 length. So the 4 comes from here. That removes 4 from these cells. Now this row needs a 4, which can only come from there. And that finishes our 5 X-Wing. Also removes 4 from here, so this is the only place for 4. And that places this 4. Nice. 4s were the place to look. And that's... Let's see, we need these 4s. Where's the other 4? Oh, we needed a 4 in this row. And that can only come from here now. And that places us 4. And I think now we're done with 4s. This can't be 5 anymore. Nice. So now we should be down to just 1, 2, 3. So this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 1. This can't be 2, so that's 3 and 2. I need 1 and 3 across here. Let's see. 1 and 2? Yeah, so this 2 says that's 1, that's 2. So that's our 1. 2 and 3 across here. 1 and 2. Where's our next easy step? Ah, here, that's a 1 for this row. This can't be 2, so that's 3 and 2. That places 1. 3 and 1. 3. This is 2. Remember, 1, 2, 3s are the only digit left. That makes this a lot faster to look at. We need 1 and 3 across here. Ah, this can't be 2. So this is... Oh, shoot. This was a 5. This is 1, this is 2. This can't be 1 or 2, so that's 3, that's 2. That places the 1 here and the 3 here. This can't be 2, so that's 1, that's 2. We get the 3 here. This 2 says that's 1, that's 2. That's a 3, that's a 1, that's a 2. No, it's a 3. And we're done. All right, so working backwards helped a lot. Use that 5 X-Wing to great effect. Use the hidden 6, 7, 8 triple to great effect. So that was really neat. The way I marked that helped. I think it took a bit of time, but it definitely helped solve it. May have been another easier way through, not sure, but I enjoyed that. And how'd you do?